Hi, my name is Tony Gray, and this is my walkthrough for my CTF challenge, which is based on CVE 2019 18634. So just to get it started here, first I'm going to cd into my CTF directory, and then currently this is not like a vulnerable environment. So if I do, check the sudo version, you can see it's 1.9.16. And the vulnerable version of sudo will be anything before 1.8.26. So I'm going to use a Podman Docker for this challenge to just set up the vulnerable environment and the Podman Docker. So just to just go through the Docker file, it will remove the current sudo, and it will install the vulnerable sudo, which is 1.8.23, and then it will create a user called CTF user, with a password. And then it will automatically add default. It will automatically enable password feedback in the sudoers file, and it will also create the flag in the root directory. And then it will also just include the script, the solve script for the solving the challenge as well. And so if I run, make all, it will start the container with the vulnerable environment, log me in as the CTF user. So now if I do sudo version again, as you can see, it set it as 1.8.23, which is a vulnerable version of sudo. And now we can check if after running Docker, if password feedback is enabled. So the password for this is, I have it located here, in the deployment. And as you can see, it is enabled because the asterisks are showing, so you just know from that automatically. But if I enter the file and scroll down, you can see that it was added when I ran the Docker file. So now if I exit, also when I ran make all, the description for the challenge was generated. So the description for this challenge is, your goal is to exploit the vulnerability to gain root privileges while logged in as a regular user, example is CTF user, and retrieve the hidden flag.txt. And then also generate the hints file. So hint 1 is, look into how sudo handles large inputs and how carefully crafted strings could alter its execution flow. So pretty much the first hint just tells you to explore how sudo handles large inputs, and how just sending a very long input might be able to just alter how the sudo behaves, potentially just causing unexpected results like a buffer overflow. And then the second hint, it says look into how sudo processes inputs and how certain sequences can escalate privileges. So pretty much the second hint just tells you how sudo handles certain inputs, and by just creating the right input, you can use sudo to just run commands with higher privileges after exploiting the vulnerability, pretty much. So now this is the command to exploit it, and that's pretty much where the hints will fall in line if the user is struggling. And pretty much, the Perl command, it's used to just generate long strings, very long strings very long strings number A's right here, to just overwhelm the buffer. And then you could append the no bytes to just properly terminate the input string, like so. And then you can just repeat, you can repeat 50 times to just trigger the buffer overflow, which would just give you root access. And then I also just just piped and just was able to just run just sudo id just to confirm if you have root privileges or not. So so, enter the command, you can see I do have root privileges. And now since you have root privileges, you'll be able to just claim the flag while not while being logged in as a user, pretty much. So you can do that by like so, but you have to use sudo. So sudo cat flag, and just like that, you are you was able to claim the flag while being logged in as a user, while the flag is in the root directory. If you did it, it's permission denied, but with sudo you already get access after exploiting it, like so. So that's pretty much the CTF. But if you want to like restart the challenge, you can exit and then make all again, and like so, you're back inside the container. You could redo the challenge like that, and then also you could also just run the solution as well. You can run the solution, and just like that, so CTF PWD for the password, and just like that, you can run the solution and instantly get the flag. You can also see that it ran the command to exploit it, and you can see you got root permissions, and then it ran the command to claim the flag. So that's just a way to just instantly get the solution. And yep, that's all from my CTF challenge. Thanks for watching.